My wife invited me to sleep with other people twice. Am I the a-hole for taking it seriously? My 15-year marriage has been difficult, in some ways. We work well as a couple, and we have great kids, but there's been emotional drama, and our fun time life has been tepid for a long time. My wife 43F almost never initiates fun time, and usually rebuffs my attempts. We have fun time monthly, give or take. A year and a half ago, out of nowhere she said that I could have slept with other people. It was totally unexpected and unprompted. I was shocked, and she really pushed it, like,
"Really? I mean it. You can."
I responded that I didn't want to sleep with anyone but her, and we dropped it. Then 6 weeks ago, she said it again, and really pushed it again. And again I was surprised and said that I didn't want to sleep with anyone else, but the second time I said that, it wasn't really true. The truth is that when she first offered that I could sleep with other people, it unlocked something in me. I started thinking of other women as potential fun-time partners and thinking a lot more about fun time. And recently, I made a friend. Let's call her Anne. We were part of a local interest group, and then we started meeting one-on-one every week. I told my wife about her and that we were friends, but it became increasingly clear that Anne was interested in me more than a friend. Last week, and came right out and said that she'd sleep with me if I wanted. I told Anne that I was attracted to her, but that I was married, and I cared about my family, but also that my wife had said I could sleep with other people, that I didn't understand why my wife said it, and that I'd talk to my wife about whether she really meant it. A few days later, I had the conversation with my wife. It went poorly. I told her that I loved her, loved sleeping with her, and wouldn't put our marriage at risk, but also that I was thinking of taking her up on the sleeping with other people thing if she was really okay with it, and I told her about Anne's proposition. My wife was deeply hurt. She thinks I betrayed her by building a relationship with another woman, and she doesn't think I had her permission to do that. She says that the first time she offered that I could sleep around, she actually wanted to sleep with someone else and was testing the waters, and that she didn't go through with it after I said no. When she repeated the offer 6 weeks ago, she says our relationship was in a completely different place from where it is today, and she thought that offering me to sleep with other people was the only way to save our marriage. This explanation does not ring true for me at all, for what it's worth. In both cases, since I had told her that I wasn't interested in other fun-time partners, she thinks the offer was dead, and I was wrong to think it could still be on the table. I never kissed Anne, never said I loved her, never even held her hand, and I've now told her that we need to remain just friends. I think my wife gave me permission to sleep around, and that I went above and beyond by talking to her instead of taking her up on it. But she thinks I betrayed her, and she's now saying she wants a divorce. Am I the a-hole? Am I the a-hole for walking out of my sister's wedding after finding out why my son was excluded? My sister 30F got married yesterday. I 32M was so happy for her and agreed to help her out. She told me that the wedding was child-free, which I understand, so I asked my best friend if there was any way he could watch my son, and he agreed. I arrived at the wedding and found that it was not child-free. There were probably 15 children there. I was confused, but I didn't want to make a scene, so I waited until my sister came over to me and I asked her what the deal was. What she told me broke my heart, and I don't know how I can look at her the same way again. She confessed that my son 12M was excluded because he has an amputated leg. She said that it would draw attention to him at the wedding. I almost lost it. I could understand if he was going to be disruptive or something, but because of that, I didn't trust myself in that moment, so I just walked out and went home. When I got home, my son asked me why I was back so early, so I made up some excuse and then spent the rest of the day having fun with him because it was the only thing keeping me sane. Since then I've been getting dozens of messages from people saying how me leaving caused my sister to start crying and the whole wedding was ruined. But I honestly don't care right now. I'm a mess, I'm a single dad, so I don't have someone to help me right now, but these messages are actually making me wonder,